likes to do them with the camera, and I prefer to do them with the gun.
And we were both born in different countries. That's our differences. He was born in Ohio. Oh, now can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry about that. I thought I was yelling. He was born in Ohio and grew up in Pennsylvania on a farm. And I was born, my parents were in the Air Force, so I was born in Great Britain and in the county of Wiltshire. I should know this, but I had to read it. But that's where the county of Wiltshire has Stonehenge.
One of us is a carnivore, and one of us is a vegetarian. Paul is left-brained, so he is numbers, business. He graduated from in Cleveland, Ohio, and proceeded to earn his BA degree in business administration at Washington and Jefferson College in Washington, Pennsylvania. And while working during the day, he spent his nights and weekends working. Can you believe he worked on the weekends?
No.
Party animal, you know? To get his master's degree at Capital University in Columbus, Ohio. And of course, I'm the right-brainer. I'm the artsy-craftsy person, creativity overload. And after graduating from Ohio, I went to SCC, and then trying to figure out what I want to do, and then I went to the Art Institute of Atlanta. And I got my degree in visual communications, which is graphic design, and then I just kind of went to fine art.
Ray Marie also and I have similarities that we'd like to share with you in the way that we grew up. Ray Marie grew up in the outdoors. She was raised by a single parent. Her mother raised her and her two brothers on her own. And every year, whenever they took a vacation, they went hunting or fishing somewhere in the East Coast and the Midwest of the U.S.
And similar with Paul, of course, we grew up in the great outdoors. He was raised on a dairy farm, learned to fish at the age of 6, had his own boat at 8, was taught to hunt at 7, had his first bow and arrow at 8, and had his first pistol at 9 and rifle at 10. Is he a terrorist?
If you need to defend anything, you need to see me. Ray Marie and I are actively involved in many organizations in the community outside of the chamber. Ray Marie has been a treasurer for 4 years for the Orlando Visual Arts League. She has been the artist coordinator for Alive After 5. She's on the board of directors for the St. John's River Festival of the Arts, and she's a member of WOMTEC, which is Women on a Mission to Earn a Commission.
Paul, 20 years of perfect attendance with the Sanford Rotary Club, assistant president of the Lake Mary Sanford Rotary Club. He has graciously received over 50 local international Rotary Awards. Paul has been past president of our very own Chamber of Commerce here in Sanford and participates and sponsors in all the chamber events. He is an active and lifetime member of the National Rifle Association, National Wild Turkey Federation, Safari Club International, White Tails Unlimited, Ducks Unlimited, Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, which actually I was trying to get to do the poster for one of those, actually the Rocky Mountain, and sponsorships with the zoo, and he's also, vice president of operations for the Nicole Weeks Custom Bikini Company. Custom fit bikinis at your home or office.
And boot camp has been keeping me very busy the last several weeks because you can understand a lot of the women come in and we have some issues, and we work through those very quickly, and it's amazing the differences in the bikini when I fit them when they leave.
We wanted that bikini over the weekend.
Ray Marie owns her own business, which is Framing 508 in Sanford. It is a custom framing and art gallery, and a fine art and photography establishment.
I just want to add one more thing. The other similarity is that, that we both obviously own our own businesses, but our only difference is our dialect. I'm an entrepreneur, and he's a entrepreneur.
That's what you do when you're trapping them and you shoot them.
Paul established his business in 1980 as Venture One Properties and includes a survey company, a title company, and a mortgage business. And he has immense business in real estate that includes commercial, residential, vacant land, and property management of all the above. And then has had experience in congregate housing for the elderly and condos and timeshare. Phew. Is he busy? Does he look like he's that busy though?
How many people ever late on their rent?
None. Matter of fact, they're willingly pay me the late fees. Ray Marie and I have similarities in that our spouses and or significant others work with us. Most of you know Alfredo, hopefully. That is her significant other. He's an outstanding artist, and he also does caricatures.
Oh, that is priceless.
Now, is that Paul or what?
Alfredo did these for Doreen and I last Thursday at Live After 5, and then Ray Marie's put them in the frames and everything, so did a great job with that.
Is that Kitty Rogers?
Yeah.
And Paul and Doreen have been working together all these years at different functions, events they get involved that he gets her involved with. They've been married how many years?
14.
14 years. And she's been right there beside him, pitching in and volunteering. And not to mention hunting and fishing together. And just to let you know, she caught the bigger bear. So wait till you meet Doreen. She was awesome. They've got the deer, antelope, fish, turkeys, knife collection. It's just amazing it's like a museum when you walk into the house. So, and I didn't know this, but I didn't know this personally, but now everybody else does. He has 2 daughters, and one is 28, Laura, and she graduated summa cum laude from the University of North Florida in Jacksonville. And Allison is 25, and she graduated summa cum laude from the nursing school at the University here in Central Florida.
Woohoo!
And getting married. One of them done.
Yep.
Yep, in October.
Oldest one's getting married October the 9th in Jacksonville. At the zoo in Jacksonville.
I was going to shoot something up there.
I've already made arrangements with the curator up there for some particular items that I was
Only
looking
one
for.
person can be in
Yeah.
the zoo. It's Paul.
I figured it was well worth me paying for the wedding based upon the other things I was going to be able to obtain, so that was great.
Got rhinos there, Paul.
I think one of the best things that we can do is, based upon our work here in the chamber, is to have people from the chamber here that we've worked with in our personal endeavors from our business standpoint have a few minutes to talk a little bit about each of us. So I was going to call on Nicole Weeks first.
No, not about the bikini. As some of you know, Paul helped me recently find a foreclosed home, a really great deal, incredible deal. And he toted me around, me and my father around to different homes, all hours, evening, came out, picked us up. Not only did I get a great deal on a foreclosed home, but he also saved money. When the contract was going long, he talked the bank into basically waiving any late fees, because it was like a $50 a day late fee, and I think, we saved like $500 on that. He also got the bank to do repairs, plumbing repairs on a foreclosed home that's usually sold as is. So like I said, I got a great deal on this is my first home. Paul's been nothing but a great help, knew where to look,
Anybody see the movie Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze?
Oh, yeah. 40 times.
You know the house where they walk in and Tigger walks in at the end and there's all these animals and the bear falls on top of him? That scene was actually built in Paul's house. I have a couple of rental properties, and I had a couple of tenants move out, and I tried everything I could to try and rent them out. And after about 6 weeks, I got frustrated and said, Paul, can you help me out? He says, sure, Rob, I'll give it a shot for you. And within 2 weeks, I had tenants in both properties. And it's just, if you have a rental property and you've seen the rental rates go down, Paul's going to help you hold on to as much of the rental rates as possible. So, I mean, I couldn't recommend Paul any higher.
Steve?
I've known Paul for 13 years. His wife and mine work together, and as a matter of fact, we had a little gathering the night before I was about to get married, and almost didn't get married because of Paul. But Paul has helped us out a lot. He sold my wife's first house before we got married, and found us our house, and sold a house to my brother and sister-in-law, and also my daughter. So Paul's been very big help over the years.
Thank you. Where's John Burns at?
I know.
Johnny?
A lot like Nicole, and this was with my ex-wife, but it's got a lot to do with it because of my kids. He went so far above and beyond, looked at multiple houses. I mean, we're talking multiple. He had to deal with my ex-father-in-law. He had to deal with me. He had to deal with the kids. He had to deal with my ex-wife. And trust me, and I know when it's all said and done, he didn't make a dime. I mean, he got the owner of the house to put $15,000 worth of work into the house to get my ex-wife to buy the house, because it would have never gotten done if she bought it as it was. So the man he's a miracle worker. So, all we can say is thank you. Highly recommend, the highest recommendation you can get.
While you're there.
Right? Okay, so we're ready to move on. Okay, next, Ray Marie. If you've ever been to her shop, I mean, her shop says it all, but I mean, I've had her do a number of framings for me recently. I had her do 5 framings for me for a thing for my kids' school, for a party we had this recent weekend, and it brought these teachers, art students, art teachers and stuff, to tears. It was just so moving and nice, and the work she did was awesome. So if you need anything framed, creativity, artwork, she's the woman.
Chris? He loves his work. He just.
I mentioned actually once before, we recently had the chance to work with Ray Marie on some framing that we wanted done for the salon. Now we've been in our location for 8 years and did an extensive remodeling when we first took over. Haven't really done much since then. About 14-foot ceilings in our main room, and found 5 prints that were in a somewhat state of disrepair that we sort of washed ourselves. Then Ray Marie came in with some samples of us for the framing and matting, and to be honest, I'll say right now, I actually was looking at it, there's always 2 people involved, so it was Ken and myself, and Ray Marie saying, well, this is what I think you should go with, and I'm looking at Ken going, that's not the one I like. However, the one Ray Marie picked is absolutely perfect. I mean, every client that's walked in recently has said, those weren't always there, were they? They look fantastic, and oddly enough, it makes our 14-foot ceilings look about 20 feet tall. And we get comments every single day, Ray Marie, on them. I mean, every day. We're open 5 days a week, and there's not one day that someone doesn't say, those are great, where did you get those? So.
I can't say enough about what this lady has done for me and framing I've had done for some of my artwork for shows and pushing me to exhibit. And ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't been to her shop, you're doing yourself a disservice. This is our little Smithsonian going on here. She's a great artist, and it's unbelievable how good her art is. So please stop by, and the prices are very comparable to anything you're paying anywhere, but you're helping the little guy, and she really is a whole lot better because it's personable.
It's fun. That's all I can feel. Maybe the shop is just fun to do. People come in.
We can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. People keep coming in, and it was just, it's so much fun. It's work after they leave, but it's fun when you're there, so just stop by.
From both of us, thank you Thank you for letting us in your lives.